Today we're going to be talking about healing wounds, journey to mental health recovery. Okay, so Queen Mother's playbook. For anyone who has experienced abuse of any form, you would know it hits your mental well-being terribly. Okay, and my own mental state had been a very turbulent one. I spent most of my time as a little girl writing. I isolated most of the time. I hardly had friends. I was just the weird kid. I enjoyed very dark, gory things. And this made me quite, as a little kid, I was disturbed. As a teenager, it even became worse. I still have my slum book. Yeah, surprisingly, I still have my slum book from high school, from I think JSS 3 to SS 3, and when I go through it, I'm like, what possession is this? I mean, I can bring myself to read my own words. That's how disturbing it is to look at. And from my analysis, I could just tell at that stage, as a teenager, I was already I was just messed up, okay? And somehow this affected my communication. Background equally has a role to play in things like this. Growing up, I didn't have this emotional, nobody's going to call you to say, how are you doing? Because first you're like, you are the strongest. This one, she's strong. She'll sort out herself, okay? So I felt like my emotions were not valid. I felt like I had to suck up everything. So every painful, traumatic experience I've had, I went through it alone. And this can really mentally mess you up, right on to your business, your relationships, it affects you terribly. It's 1 minute you could be communicating with a person and the next minute you're like, no, I'm getting too close. No, I don't do vulnerable. No. It took the grace of God. It took my time fellowshipping. It took my time communicating with the Holy Spirit. It took my time praying for me to learn how to start my recovery journey. For people who do not have anyone to hold them by the hand and put them through it, we had to just rely on God. And which is really the easiest way, because He fixes you in such a way that until you share your story, no one can really tell what you are going through, all right? And so I just found that peace there. Now, for your mental health journey, the first thing you have to acknowledge is, look, I'm dysfunctional. I have a problem. Until I got to a point in my life where I told God, like, God, I think I have a problem. I can't communicate. I have a problem. Abuse has a very bad effect on your mental health, and you have to break out of it, okay? You have to break out of it. First, point out that dysfunction. I stated this in the previous episode. You have to first point out your dysfunction. Point out your dysfunction. Point out your triggers. All right, the things that could stir you up. The first thing most of the time when we are dealing with mental health and this depression, the first thing that could help us identify is anger. I used to have really very serious anger issues, and that is one sign that you are not mentally stable. One sign you're not mentally stable is anger, offense. Everything just puts you off. Everybody steps on your toes. Everyone is annoying. That's the word. That my word was I beg. You're just annoying. Everybody was annoying to me. All right. Until I found out, no, there's actually a dysfunction. I had issues with anger. I had issues with forgiveness. These are all traits of mental disorder. I had issues with making decisions. All right. And until you get to a point where you tell yourself, look, I have a problem, you would never start fixing them. So you have to first identify your problem. Start identifying your problems. Then the next step is Relationships. Start picking out the relationships that are not good for you. All right, even your female friendships, you cannot be friends with everybody. You want to make sure whoever you're building your relationship or friendship or whatever ship you have going on there with is healthy enough. A healthy person can't see you in your very dysfunctional state without pointing it out or giving you a solution. I also tell people, I say, look, when it comes to your mind, you need to control what you listen to and what you watch. There was a point in my life where most of the songs I had were all heartbreak songs, were all depressive songs, were all sad. If a song was not sad or miserable, I would not listen to it. Okay, what I watched most of the times were horror movies. I didn't like comedies. There was just nothing to laugh about. All right, I mean, what you listen to, what you watch, what you see affects your mind a lot. It fine-tunes it into that direction. So you find it very difficult to snap out of it because you spend most of your times with things that would dampen your spirit. You spend most of your times with things that keeps you trapped in your dysfunction, in that depression, in that dark place. And sweetheart, you need to start reshuffling. You need to start selecting what you listen to. Start picking edifying content. Okay? Start picking content that make you feel alive, that make you feel better, that gives you life. Start listening to music that give you life. Start listening to music that have content. All right? What are they saying? What's the lyrics? Do I really need to listen to this? Do I really need to watch this? Look, we live in very dark times. Okay, we live in times where one, we are normalizing social media over real human interactions. Okay, we are normalizing chatting with chat assistants rather than discussing these things with another human. You want to build relationships. I mean, you want real human connections. One healthy, right relationship can put you back on track like this. So you want to really take yourself away from all those dark contents. Take yourself away from bitter. Misery loves company. You can't be going through depression, then you go and align with your depressed friend and you guys start forming mean girl clique. You want to really take yourself out of that dark place. Start building healthy relationships. Even if it's going to be difficult, you might as well just be around healthy people. The conversations are different. Their routines are different. What they listen to is different. They're quite uplifting. They carry a very uplifting energy. All right. So you want to be better. Start selecting your relationships. Start selecting what you listen to. Then you must remember, we live in a speaking world. We live in a vocal world. Okay. You want to start daily affirmations. You want to start positive self-talk. You want to start reminding yourself of how incredible you are. You want to tell yourself you're a phenomenal woman. You want to tell yourself you're a beautiful woman. You want to tell yourself you're strong. You want to tell yourself you are wonderfully made. You want to speak positivity into your life. Trust me, it works like magic. I went from complaining, all right? I went from constantly complaining and talking myself down to say, okay, fine. Hey, okay, I messed it up. What's the way forward? I've learned, what can I do differently? What can I do better? It's more empowering. It's more uplifting. So normalize positive self-talk. Normalize waking up in the morning and throwing positivity into your atmosphere. Normalize positive. It would go a long way for you. The moment you start talking positively to yourself, you find out you no longer can exchange negativities you can no longer take negativities from any other person because you've already sanctified your environment, your atmosphere, yourself. All right. So daily affirmations, healthy relationships, pick your relationships, what you listen to and what you listen to and what you watch plays a very vital role in your life. Don't even give it a second thought. if it's this is not in fact 2-3 seconds into terrible content, just scroll, because right now almost everything is on the internet. You don't need to just scroll. All right. And I mean, just start somewhere. Start with something. Your diet too works. Go to a park. Just go and watch nature. Listen to the birds. Just listen to the trees. Listen to the wind. Just go somewhere natural. Feel the earth. Be earthen. I learned something too, that after a long day at work and you're feeling stressed and you want to make yourself feel a bit better, you can take off your shoes and just walk barefoot around your environment. Yes, it works like magic. Be in touch with nature. All right, so tell me what you think about this episode. You can also share what you do to calm your nerves down. I mean, this is the point in our life where we really need mental stability. We really need things to just calm us down, make us happy, put us in the right place. So share what you do, your routines. I mean, you can always add yours in the comment section, and remember to follow, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye. Okay, so Queen Mother's Playbook.